Hey, once this be a very unfair real-world comparison here, speed test comparison here between the newer iPad Pro with the M2 processor. This is the 12.9-inch version. Here in the US retails for over $1,000. On the right is the newer 2022 Amazon Fire 7. It retails for a mere $60. Those are non-sale prices. When this is on sale, I believe it was down to $40 for Black Friday. So let's get into the speed test here. We are going to use Safari. We're going to use Silk browser. I did not clear out their histories. That is the point of a real world speed test. All right, so both have been to these websites we're going to go to though. Start out on a bit of a harder website for budget tablets. That is just Best Buy's website. And see the M2 processor is basically instant. It's insane how fast this iPad is. But you'd also kind of expect it from that expensive of a tablet. So this is still loading in. Fun fact about this little guy is it is actually rocking the processor that was in the previous generation HD8 and HD8 Plus from Amazon. So they did increase the processor in it by a decent amount. Go ahead here, hit that. This is 7 inches, this is 12.9 inches, so quite a bit of difference in size. Let's see, I thought that one for a second there, but it was still loading in. So really for internet browsing, it isn't actually that bad, as you guys can see here. Go ahead and hit this first computer. Of course, it's not as quick as the iPad. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it isn't actually that bad for a $60 device. There are definitely worse devices out there that you could waste your money on, around $60. It might be faster than some tablets that are double the price or more. We'll scroll on up here. We'll get to this stuff, which is all the extra stuff Best Buy wants you to buy and look at. So you see this will all load in. That is going to load in a little bit slower. Again, Best Buy's website for some reason is a bit of a struggle for budget tablets to load in, as demonstrated here with the it's not an HD, with the 7. I keep wanting to call it HD7, it's just 7. This is only I believe it's a 480 resolution screen. It's not even HD. Or to get that, you have to get to HD8 or HD10. And of course the 10 has the best with full HD. Alright, that took a little bit. Go ahead and we'll click the picture. Again, iPad is insanely fast. There we go. Click on it, we'll zoom in. Let's go on into a easier website here of Pokemon.com. Alright, so actually I don't think I've gone to this website yet on the iPad, but let's just go ahead and we'll do this anyway. So 1, 2, and 3. The iPad still wins, as it did not pop up for me and up here right away, which means I don't think I've actually been to it yet on the iPad, where we were on it on here. And of course you can go into desktop website if I can find it, if you want to. Let's go ahead, we'll hit the Pokedex. It's a bit harder to hit things on here because it's so small, but of course you can just zoom in. These are a bit crooked. Alright, let's scroll down a bit. Let's go ahead and hit Butterfree. So easier websites like this are not bad. You will notice on this little stat display here, the iPad does the motion, the Amazon does not. So let's go ahead and hit Caterpie. So you have a little bit of a motion, that one just comes in. Go ahead, we'll hit the card. So like on this website, they're actually a lot closer to each other than, I don't know if I can make that zoom in. There we go. They are a bit closer to each other on easier websites like Pokemon.com here. Like this is actually not bad. Just on heavier websites like Best Buy where I have a bit more issue. Alright, hopefully you cannot hear my bird downstairs making a whole bunch of noise. Roblox on these. This will go into game mode. I'm waiting for it to switch over. You can enable that all the time to where it does not ask you. But even so, it will take a little bit longer to load in. And there we go. Of course, this is faster. Now in Roblox, you'll be able to play every game you want to play on max graphics on the iPad Pro. You've been able to for the last few generations. Heck, you can even play it on the iPad 9. Pretty much any game you want to play in max graphics. This, you'll be able to play most games in low graphics, maybe some games in medium graphics, but there are going to be some games where you're just not going to be able to play because you're just too graphical for it. And the processor just cannot take it, I guess. So keep that in mind. Let's go into the app stores here. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, this is really more geared towards internet browsing, and especially e-reading is fantastic for e-reading because it's so small. It is fantastic for e-reading. E-book reading, I mean. Or even Google searches. Sorry about fingerprints. I know it is a fingerprint magnet. It is so bad with fingerprints. iPad is not as bad. So like this is super fast on both of these. It might even be almost winning on some of this, except for to get the pictures. So I mean, for normal use, this is not bad, but of course iPad's gonna be faster. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy in this video, of course, because $60 device. You all let me know what you think, though. I mean, for just internet browsing, basic internet browsing, if you want to watch some videos on this, it'll be just fine too, as long as you're not minus 7-inch device. Again, ebook reading like on Kindle is fantastic because it's so small and it's so light. It doesn't hurt your hands over time. This is a bit harder. Don't want to drop this thing on your face if you're laying there in bed. This won't hurt as much. So, yeah, you all let me know what you think. Of course, iPad is going to win. It is a lot more money. I mean, a lot more money. Like, a lot more money. But it is, of course, very, very nice and very, very fast and also very, very big. This is not bad for a $60 device, especially if you get it on sale for only $40 like they were on Black Friday. Just have to have the right expectations for it. Let me know what you think. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. See y'all next time. Goodbye.